So today we're talking about barriers and boundaries to your goal. Identifying what barriers and being able to set boundaries will create space that you can then use to work towards your goal. Keep in mind that everything has a different season, that what is appropriate for your goal at this point may not be appropriate down the road, and different things may be a priority now than are later on, and that's okay. That's how life works. So the biggest barrier, I think, is in here, and I call it the can't won't. Most of the time when people say they can't do something, what they really mean is that they won't. To say I can't do something kind of puts the onus out in the world that there's some limitation out there, some reason why I can't succeed in this. And it's not usually that I won't, right? When you say I won't, then that puts the onus back on you, that the limitation is here. So it's easy for us to think that the reason we can't do it is out there. The second barrier is I'm not good enough. A lot of times we'll talk ourselves out of chasing a goal thinking I don't have what it takes, I'm never going to be good enough to get there, I don't have it inside of me, that sort of thing, which are lies just to keep us from taking risks and trying to step out of our comfort zones. So those are the two biggest barriers, saying that you can't and thinking that you're not good enough. For boundaries have been really important during this training period. During the Ironman, I was terrible at boundary setting, and it was very difficult for me. It's a lesson that I had to learn. So I go by good, better, best. Okay, so lots of things in my life are good, some things are better, but what is best for this time? I cut out volunteering during this training period. Not that volunteering is bad, I love it. I think it's totally worthwhile, serving is important. However, I needed to be resting, I needed to be running, I needed to be working. So I needed to be doing other things that I had to do in order to make it to my goal. So some things were cut out, and they'll be added in later, right? This is just a season. But it was important that I identified what were the key components and prioritize those. The second boundary is just say no. Some things in life can form impediments to our goals. They can be deterrents. Going out late at night wasn't something I could really do because I knew I had to get sleep to get up early the next morning to run for however long, 6 or 4 hours or whatever it was. So there was things I just had to say no to that maybe I wanted to do, but it wasn't in line with my goal. So I think identifying your biggest barriers, which are likely some of the ones I mentioned, and then being able to set boundaries will help you to reach your goal. So the 100 miler is this Saturday. It starts at 7 a.m. on Saturday, and the final cutoff is 1 p.m. on Sunday. So I'll be running, or moving at least, that whole time. So if you could pray for me, I would greatly appreciate it. That would be super helpful. You can post encouraging comments and text me or on Facebook. My team will be reading them to me when they become available. Not sure how much internet access we'll have on the course, but they can go to the hotel and then write them down and then read them to me. So definitely be keeping in touch, and we'll be updating you on Facebook as well as to how things are going. I can't believe it's here. Training for a year and a half. Can't believe it's here. 100 miles this Saturday. All right. Stay tuned. Love you guys.